when it comes to greed, there are three companies out there that I hold up as like the holy grails of greed. Because I believe these three companies all completely represent that. Activision Blizzard, Disney, and of course Nintendo. I believe those three, when it comes to greed, they are the most well known and recognized in my opinion. But today we're only focusing on Nintendo. Everyone knows Nintendo is incredibly greedy. They a lot of the times will release old ports of old video games and make them full price, even though they're not even remasters or anything. They're literally just ports, except with a couple of graphic updates. And they'll release it full price, $60. They do that a lot, and there's not even just with that. They just do that with almost everything. They're just really very greedy with the stuff they do. But I think this product right here shows their level of greed has gotten to a horrible point. Because, my golly, I don't know who they think they're selling this to. They must think that we're all Elon Musk or something like that. We can just throw $100 at this product like it's nothing. So Nintendo recently revealed their alarm clock called Alarmo. And although like it obviously does look kind of cool because it has a lot of crazy features to it, like it gets to play Nintendo themes and stuff, and apparently when you sleep in longer and don't turn it off, it gets louder and louder, and a whole lot of other sensors in the alarm. They're selling that thing for $100. $100. And I think, at least from what I'm sure, I'm pretty sure you can only get this on the Nintendo store. I don't know if I haven't seen this anywhere else. I don't know if they're gonna sell this anywhere else or if they're only gonna sell it in the Nintendo store or online, obviously in the Nintendo store. But 100 clams for an alarm clock. They must really think that we're in the early 2010s or something, because first off, alarm clocks are dead. I don't think I've ever seen a person in today's age who actually owns an alarm clock because you just use your phone. Like, alarm clocks are completely dead because your phone is an alarm clock. So I don't understand why they felt the need to release this product years after alarm clocks had just completely died down. But I guess, they probably wouldn't be able to release this back then because they wouldn't have the technology needed. But still, even then, alarm clocks, they're completely dead. And $100 for an alarm clock. I know that might not sound like a whole lot, but you gotta think about how much $100 is when you compare it to Nintendo products. Every new Nintendo game they release is like $60. The highest I can get, which I'm pretty sure is Tears of the Kingdom, is $70. Most controllers out there don't even come close to $100. Hell, besides the console itself, I think the only thing they sell that's like anywhere near $100 are brand new pairs of Joy-Cons, which sell for $89. So this alarm clock is not only more expensive than almost every controller out there, it's more expensive than a brand new pair of Joy-Cons. And they really expect people out there to pay $100 for an alarm clock. And even then, I really don't think it's worth it. Like, obviously, there's a lot of cool stuff to the alarm clock, but even then, $100, most of the times, you're just going to be using your phone for an alarm clock. I don't understand who they actually think is going to buy an alarm clock in this day and age when people just use their phone for an alarm. And even then, if they want to play their favorite Nintendo themes or whatever, they just put on a Nintendo song as their alarm song, as their song when they wake up in the morning. Like, it's not that difficult. And yeah, like, I really think the only people who are actually going to use this are, like, those really big Nintendo enthusiasts who, like, are just all big on Nintendo, or obviously people who buy products to just review them. And I don't think it looks bad. Like, it doesn't really look terrible or anything. But $100 for it, it's just, nah, that's just not worth it. It's really just not worth it because first off, most likely everyone's just going to use this alarm clock just to wake up. Like, I really don't think anyone's going to be using any of the crazy features that this alarm clock has. And like I said, $100 for an alarm clock in this day and age is wild. In any time, $100 for an alarm clock is insane. And yeah, that's really about it, honestly. Nintendo, they're really crazy if they actually think that people are just going to be happy with this $100 for an alarm clock. But yeah, honestly, that's really about it. I'm out of here.